Okay, so the Denon Prime 2 has two different effects engines. This is effects 1 on the left deck, and there's an identical one, effects 2, on the right hand side. And so basically, you have these four encoder knobs here. The first one will let you scroll through all of the various effects. There's roll, bit crush, that's a nice one, phaser, there's your filter LFO, flanger. And so keep in mind that if you connect your vinyl turntables to this controller as a line-in, the effects engines aren't going to work. Channel 1, Channel 2 effects do not work on the line-in. These are simply for the internal channels. So if you have music that's been analyzed by the software and it's been properly beat gridded, then you can use these channel effects. And so for each of these effects, the other three encoder knobs are simply parameters. Notice that all of these effects are going to rely on the beat grid. So your tempo needs to be accurate, your track needs to be analyzed properly, and the beat grid, your track needs to be, your waveform needs to be aligned correctly on the beat grid. So here you can see we're looking at the left-hand deck channels. You have channel 1 here on the mixer, and then you have channel 3. And at the top of the channels, you have the labels to select the effects. And you can only select one at a time for each of the channels. So on channel 3, I can select 1, and channel 1, I'll select 2, and then I can leave it that way. So a nice thing about having dual effects engines is that you can set them up ahead of time the way you like. Say on effects channel 1, I set up a roll, and on 2, maybe I'll have an echo, and I can set all the parameters just the way I like them. And then when I'm performing my mix, I can just select here which effects engine to use, and then just turn them on and off as I please. Plus you have the sweep effects at the bottom, which controls the master, which I'll show you next. So the other type of effect on this controller are the sweep effects. And so this box down here are those effects. You have filter, echo, wash, and noise. The two I like the most are the filter and the wash. I use those a lot for transitions. And you'll have an encoder at the bottom of each channel to enable those sweeper effects down here. And so when the encoder is 12 o'clock, that's the neutral position. There is zero effect. If you turn that encoder left or right for that channel, this is channel 1. So if I turn channel 1's sweep filter, you know, whatever way, I can control how little or how much of that effect I want. And when I'm done, I just turn it back to 12 o'clock and it's off. I'm DJ Sterling. Thanks for watching.